What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka You Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Please Will Smith the shit out of the like button in order to fight the YouTube algorithm and censorship, as well as share this video all over the fucking place. You see the title of that article. Shout out to Sam Moore of Hip Hop DX for this. Flava Flav calls on guns to be banned in America. Let's just go, because I'm already heated. Flava Flav has made a public plea to the government to ban access to guns across America. The Public Enemy legend penned an op-ed for Newsweek and described how he feels guns have made the country less safe. He wrote, "I fear for my kids when I drop them off at school. Our schools aren't safe. Our kids aren't safe. This is because gun protection laws are weak. Guns are falling into the hands of the wrong people. I would know. I went to jail because of guns. I ended up on Rikers Island, so I'm speaking from firsthand experience. Fear and power are two of the biggest emotions that drive us. America is being built on fear. You have people who are scared, and these people are fighting for gun rights to protect themselves. They wouldn't have to protect themselves if all guns were banned. Fear is a powerful short-term motivator. We need to flip it so we can break through to be a positive and valuable resource. Let our fear of losing our children be more powerful than the fear of our next-door neighbor. Right now, it's too easy for our kids to grab their parents' guns. They are motivated by fear of being disliked, fear of not being accepted, fear of being made fun of. It makes them feel powerless. Some choose to take their power back and show up those peers. This happens so often. We have started to become numb to it as a society. It's barely in the news if it's less than a handful of people who are killed, and then the news cycle moves on to something else. The hits just keep on coming. School shootings are normalized. The lack of gun laws has created a violence epidemic here in the U.S. that is nowhere else in the world. This is domestic. I guess they meant to say terrorism. It says errorism there. Flav concluded by saying his and Chuck D's concerns about guns led to a new Public Enemy track. I hope this song, March Madness, reignites the conversation. I hope this song sparks change. I hope this anthem gives a voice to those who feel powerless against a system of power and greed. I hope we can come together and create a wall of unity with peace and togetherness that is so strong no one can divide and tear us down." Okay, let me say this. Flava Flav, you yourself are a celebrity. I'm not gonna pocket watch, but I will say I gotta say that you are rich. So the circumstances are a bit different for you. When you're filming Flavor of Love and doing all these shows and, performing with Public Enemy and stuff, you got armed security. Y'all got armed security. All these celebrities, when they go up, they go to their sets and y'all want to be protected by armed security. And there's reason for that, because you don't know, like you said, your next door neighbor, you don't know what lunatic person could pretend to be a fan and run up on you. We've seen it happen with Dave Chappelle not too long ago, where people just run up on people. You've seen it happen with Kristi Noem while she was talking, and that stupid ass representative ran up in there. They had to tackle him, but people are fucking crazy nowadays. And you're not gonna sit and fight these people off with fairy dust and cotton candy. It don't work that way, right? So I find it hilarious that all these celebrities are calling for that. Meanwhile, they'll be hiding behind a whole wall of guns. Secondly, Flava Flav is part of Public Enemy, a revolutionary rap group, a politically charged, what have you. You know what I find funny is, like, when I was younger, or when a lot of us were younger, we followed what these guys said. Public Enemy, all these politically charged stuff, groups or artists or whatever. Then you get older and you start realizing certain things. You start to read up on certain things. Maybe your experience shows you something different. You go, oh shit, okay, yeah. With this shit, it's only one-sided. You look at people like Harriet Tubman, all these freedom fighters. A lot of them believed in guns. Malcolm X, one of my favorite revolutionaries, believed in owning a gun. So now all of a sudden it's, nah, you know, you gotta give them to the government. The same, mind you, the same government that they fight against, that they criticize, you want to give the guns to. The police that they criticize, you want to give the guns to. The whole point of the right to bear arms is it's the last line of defense against a tyrannical government. So why would you want to give up your guns, or you're begging the government, here, take these? Why? So when they come down and say, yo, listen, you're doing this, you got no means to say, nah, fuck that. That's unconstitutional, or nah, y'all going too far. You have no means to do that. And you haven't learned from other past atrocities or examples where they'll tell you, case in point, World War II or Nazi Germany. If you listen to any of those surviving Jews that were in Germany, they'll tell you, yo, do not give up your guns. Australia during COVID, look what happened. A lot of them say, yo, once we gave up our guns, the government could do whatever they want to us. So, you know, I just find it hilarious that this is what I'm talking about. That's why, again, a lot of people criticize me about this shit. When it comes to conscious rap, you know, that took a back seat for me. And these are the reasons why, you know, and I get, you know, the whole idea with the school shootings thing. How about not addressing inanimate objects? Let's address mental health. See, because nowadays you can't do that because people get offended. All this pronoun bullshit, all this, oh, I'm a cat, I'm gonna bring a fucking litter box to school and you gotta address me as a cat. No, that's mental fucking illness. People like that, yo, throw their ass in. We used to have, you know, therapists that would talk to these people, find out what's going on, this and that. No. Nowadays you have to accept that shit. No, that's all real. This is why you have school shootings. Nobody wants to address the mental issues. Nah, everything else is just accept it. It's okay. And if you deviate from that, you're the bad guy. You're the bigot. You're the racist. You're the homophobe. You're the this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, look, I totally disagree with this. I acknowledge Flava Flav as a legend, of course. You know, I can't take that away from him. But nah, this is why, again, I'm very critical of a lot of these artists, particularly these hip hop artists that say one thing, but you know that they live the total opposite way. And I just want to know what y'all think. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate, so subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.